Hi everybody, it's Miss O'Malley. I'm back for another video. Today we're going to do a little video about health and our feelings and stress because I know that we're all going through a bunch of different emotions during this crazy time of our lives. You guys have been working super hard with your distance learning that I know that I've said a bunch. But today I want to talk a little bit about feelings and how do you feel, because it's important to talk about your feelings and express your feelings on what you're feeling. So I want you to take a quick look at this sheet. It shows different faces and how you may feel. So pick a couple that you might be feeling right now. Do you feel exhausted? Do you feel confused? Do you feel ecstatic, guilty, suspicious, angry, hysterical, frustrated, sad, confident, embarrassed, happy, mischievous, disgusted, frightened, enraged, ashamed, cautious, smug, depressed, overwhelmed, hopeful, lonely, love-struck, jealous, bored, surprised, anxious, shocked, or are you feeling a little bit shy? So I'm trying to think of a couple that maybe you feel right now. Maybe you might be a little bit bored at home. Maybe you feel a little bit overwhelmed. These are all things that you might be feeling during the day. So I want you to think, how do you express these feelings? One feeling that I've been feeling a lot lately is maybe I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit stressed. Now, stress isn't on here, but I want to talk about being stressed a little bit. So have you ever felt that feeling in your stomach before you're having a test? Or have you ever had so much homework that you can't sleep at night or you're nervous for the next day of school? Have you ever worried about something that ended you up with a terrible headache? If so, then you know what it feels like to have stress. You've probably heard people say, "Wow, I'm really stressed out," or "This is making me totally stressed." Maybe you hear adults say those kinds of things all the time. But kids have lots of things going on in their lives that cause stress too. So, what is stress? We're going to be talking about that a little bit today and the truths and false things about stress. So, what is stress? Stress is what you feel when you are worried or uncomfortable with something. This worry in your mind can make your body feel bad. You may feel angry. These are some feelings: frustrated, scared, or afraid, which can give you a stomach ache or a headache and make you feel a little bit stressed out. When you're stressed, you may not feel like sleeping or eating, or you might sleep or eat too much. You also may feel cranky or have trouble paying attention at school and remembering things at home. So there's also a type of good stress, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but I want to talk about the different things about stress and coping skills, which means that how can you handle stress? So the first question that I have for you, I want you to see if this is true or that it's correct, or give me a thumbs down if you think it's false, that it's not correct. So the first question for you guys, do you think stress affects both the body and the mind? So give me a thumbs up if you think that's true. Give me a thumbs down if you think that is false, that it's not correct. So stress affects both the body and the mind. That is true. It can affect both the body and the mind, just like we said that you might get a headache, you might be feeling stressed out, you might be feeling angry, frustrated, all those different things. Let's go to number 2. Caffeine does not make stress work. So caffeine are things like coffee, chocolate, maybe some desserts. Tea has caffeine in it. So caffeine does not make stress worse. That is false. So caffeine can make stress worse. Let's go to number 3. Your heart may beat fast when you're stressed. So if you feel your heart, it might beat a little bit faster. Do you think that's true, or do you think that's false when you're stressed? I'll read it again. Your heart may beat fast when you're stressed. That is true. Let's go to number 4. Stress can cause your hair to fall out. Stress can cause your hair to fall out. True or false? That answer is true. Number 5, stress can make someone sleep more than usual. I talked about this a little bit before. See if you can get the right answer. Stress never makes someone sleep more than usual. That answer is false. Some people like to cope by using sleep. Maybe you might sleep a little bit more. Maybe you might eat a little bit more. Some people, when they're stressed out, they don't sleep at all. Just like I mentioned, you might have a big project and you don't sleep that night. But some people like to use napping as a coping skill, which means that it kind of lets them calm down and kind of forget things for a little bit. Number 6, some people eat more when they're stressed. I just talked about this. Some people eat more when they're stressed. True or false? That answer is true. You might binge eat a little bit, go in the fridge, eat a little bit more than normal, and that's okay. Number 7. Deep breathing is only for yoga class. This is something that you might have learned in SEL. Deep breathing is only for yoga class. That answer is false. Deep breathing you can use all the time, which we do during our assemblies. It's not just for yoga. It could help with a bunch of different things, and it's actually really good for you. If you guys want, you guys can search up some meditation videos on YouTube and just catch up on your breathing and have it as a little break in between your distance learning. The next one, number 8. The amount of water a person drinks does not affect stress levels. I'll read it again. The amount of water a person drinks does not affect stress levels. So that is true. Just to talk about how much water you should be having a day. If you are 5 to 8 years old, you should be having 5 glasses of water a day. If you are 9 to 12 years old, you should be having 7 glasses of water a day. And if you are 13 or older, you should be having 8 to 10 glasses a day. Let's go to number 9. Listening to music can help you if you're stressed. Listening to music can help you if you're stressed. That answer is true. Music is a great coping skill. Just turn on some YouTube, just close your eyes a little bit, relax. So music is something that you could do if you're stressed and kind of help you calm down a little bit. Number 10, all stress is bad. I talked about this a little bit before. Number 10, all stress is bad. So this answer is false. There is a good type of good stress, which is called eustress. And this type of stress is when we feel excited. So maybe you are going to the next grade, or maybe you're a little bit scared to go to the next grade, but you're super excited. Or maybe somebody in your family has a new baby. These are all types of good stress. Let's go to number 11. Visual imagery is a helpful way to handle stress. Visual imagery is a helpful way to handle stress. That is true. So I know that in Mr. Vaughn's video, if you watched it, she says, get to your happy place. She might say this during SEL. Think of a place that makes you happy. This can help you when you're stressed out. So if you can imagine that happy place or positive outcomes, that could help you when you're stressed out. Number 12, stress does not cause any body aches or pains. Stress does not cause any body aches or pains. That is false. So we talked about how it might give you a headache. Maybe your shoulders might be sore. You're very stressed out. So that can definitely affect your body mentally, physically, emotionally. Stress can affect you. Number 13, exercising can help you deal with stress. Exercising can help you deal with stress. That is true. Exercising is a great way to get rid of stress. Some people use this as a coping skill, which you've heard me mention a lot. If you are feeling stressed throughout this work, do one of my workout videos, go to YouTube, do a yoga challenge, do anything that kind of gets your body moving. Kids should be having 60 minutes of physical activity a day where they're up and they're moving and they're getting their heart rate up. Number 14, we got 2 more. Not getting enough sleep can make stress worse. Not getting enough sleep can make stress worse. That is true. when we're already stressed out and we're not getting sleep, we get a little bit cranky. We might be even more stressed out if we're not getting enough sleep. And number 15, stress can cause acne. Now, if you're not familiar with the word acne, acne is when you get pimples or bumps on your face. And that is true. Stress can cause acne. Make sure that you are washing your face when you're in the shower, in the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, that you're washing your face with soap, that you guys are using good hygiene. We talked about using deodorant after you get out of the shower, so that way when you sweat that you don't cause body odor. But stress can definitely cause acne. So this is a little bit about stress. I want you guys to think, what are some coping skills that you use? So when I'm stressed out, I like to paint my nails. I like to go on a walk. I like to talk to a trusted adult. I like to play music. I like to eat sometimes. I like to do a couple different things. So I want you to write down and try and think of 4 things that you do when you might be a little bit stressed out. So these are some things that if you're feeling stressed out, that you could do these things and it might make you feel a little bit better. Talk to you guys later.